Alright, let's keep it a buck. I didn't beat it. I didn't beat my challenge, 100 game challenge. It sucks, but hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. Let's get on to it. We're gonna start it off like the 100 game challenge all over. The original 100 game challenge was for me to beat 100 games from December 23rd to December 23rd. This time, we're gonna do it a little bit earlier. So today's date is December 12th. I have until December 12th of next year to beat 100 games. Do it. I know I can do it. I just lollygagged a lot. And I always say during this 100 game challenge, I will be uploading my gameplay footage. This time I might not. One, I feel like I just need to beat games. And I will beat games, I will stream on me beating games, but let's be real. Can I do it? I believe I can. Also, with my 100 game challenge, if you ever been to the website, no, it's not a real website, it's just a spreadsheet which everybody have access to. You can see the 100 games, the games I'm playing and try to beat. Usually I have a rating, gameplay, sound, visual, and story. It used to be 10 points for each to a total of 40. I forgot what, it's a Japanese magazine, they used to do that. Perfect score was 40. Then I end up like, yo, some games would be like good, some game stories would be a lot better, like a 6.2, 6.2, and 6.1. So I was like, yo, I expanded to 25, so the game scored me. And then I played Elden Ring. Elden Ring made me like, I wasn't really into Elden Ring. It was, story-wise, like, story was not there. Gameplay was okay. Graphics, here and there will be a hit and miss. A lot of it was muddy and gray, but then there would be part of the game. Oh my gosh, this shit was so gorgeous and beautiful. Soundtrack was just like the graphics, a hit or miss for me. For 1 minute the soundtrack was so dope, next minute the soundtrack was terrible. You been a boss battle, that soundtrack, fucking A1, dominant. But when I realized that I sunk a lot of time in just certain areas, just exploring, it made me realize that 4 scores was really hurting my gameplay. It was hurting a lot of games scored. I decided this year I would be adding fun. So, fun fact, that's Elden Ring. That fun factor, that was like a perfect score. Fun factor in that game. The graphics wasn't there. The graphics was a hit or miss. The sound was a hit or miss. The gameplay was the visuals was it'd be a hit or miss. But that, I don't know, it kept me stuck in the game. So it made me realize I really enjoyed Elden Ring. It was fun as fuck. It was fun as fuck when I realized that I never beat my first boss. When I first, like, I hated it. I hated Elden Ring because I couldn't beat the first boss. And then I was like, yo, this first boss isn't that hard. It just, I couldn't figure it out. And then my homeboy was told him the first boss. He was like, boss, that's not the first boss. That's the first storyline boss. That first storyline boss is a fucking doozy. But there's other bosses that you ain't never met. I'm like, what? And he was like, yo, you gotta go here. Go here at the beginning of the game. It say, I seen that drop and I kept going straight. He's like, I can tell you don't play Souls game. If it tells you to drop right here, that means you need to fall down right there. That was the first boss. So I went all the way back to the first boss. And then I started seeing all these bosses. And then I fought the first, and I never used no summons to help. None of that. The game was a whole bunch. The game was fun. But I was still having fun without it. I never beat it, but it's fair to say whatnot. Elden Ring has opened up a lot of gameplays, a lot of games that had rated really shitty because of lack of story. Because I played a lot of arcade games, a lot of puzzle arcade games that lack story. Because of the lack of story, the game got like a 1. Children has been taken, and we need you to solve these puzzles again. Cliche. Like Tetris don't have a story, but the fun factor is fucking crazy. So Tetris will probably get like an 18 on the fun factor. Yeah, 1 on the story, soundtrack track with 15. The graphics is not the best, it's a 10. So you got 15 and a 10, that's 25. Then you got the 18, the 26, plus 18.
Downloading.
I can't think. But anyway, games will have a better scores. So All because of that. 5 scores, 20 points per each section, and overall score, and then I'll give you a grade. The grade might be a little different because I had Game of the Year's candidates with horrible ratings. But we're on the 100 game challenge. New year with a 100 game challenge. Recycle the 100 game challenge. So let's get it going. Enjoy it. Like, share, and subscribe. More vlogs with Boy Chauncy True Talon. Over.